like button if your brain ain't locked up your ass. That's 100% facts, man. Hit that like button. You already know what it is. I just shaved and I got some fucking hair in my mouth. That shit, I can't stand that shit. But y'all already know what it is. Y'all can see the title of this episode, this live, whatever you want to call it. Sometimes, not even sometimes, there comes a certain point in your life where you gotta just stop, analyze yourself. Then once you finish analyzing yourself, you gotta be honest with yourself. Is this really where I want to be at in my life? And if it's not, then you gotta ask yourself, am I on the right track to be where I want to be at in life? And I say this because I was listening to a little bit of one of Dewberry's lives earlier. And he was talking about how the journey that he's on is the biggest journey that he ever been on in his life. And he said that he was walking for a walk and he was self-analyzing his life, where he's at. And he said that he's not where he wants to be at, but he's where he wants to be at. And a lot of y'all be like, what the fuck, that don't make no sense. But when you come from nothing, when you come from the slums, it makes a whole lot of sense. When you come from not having shit, and you come from growing up and watching people get shot with each other, shooting at each other, getting shot, watching people die and all that other shit, what he says makes a lot of sense. And at some point you gotta ask yourself, am I where I want to be at? Then you have to assess if you are or aren't. Then you have to assess how you're gonna get there. Then you gotta stick to the plan. A lot of y'all will have a plan. A lot of y'all will have a goal in life, but you won't have a plan to execute. You won't have a plan to reach that goal. You won't have a plan to follow step by step so you can begin to get to where you want to be. You won't. Y'all say, man, I want $1 million and I want a Lamborghini and I want a mansion. I want to get a Porsche GT3R. I want to have all the hot ladies. I want to be VIP at any club I go to. Any celebrity event, I want to be recognized. But you won't have a plan to execute how to get there. People be trying to freestyle everything. That's 100% facts. And blind man shuffling only works for so long before you start running into the same dead ends over and over and over and over and over again. Blind man shuffling can only get you so far in life to your goals. There has to come a point in your life where you have to really sit down and figure out a plan. And every big goal in life that you want to achieve, such as becoming a millionaire, getting a mansion, getting a Lamborghini, getting all the hot females, getting that sexy ass summer body, getting cut in the gym, that all comes with a long-term plan. That's another thing that y'all don't understand is long-term. Short-term suffering for long-term success. Oh, look at this fucking crackhead walking on the road. Short-term suffering for long-term success. Y'all don't understand that. Y'all want everything now. Now. It don't work like that. But when you continuously have that mindset, you will continuously be miserable. You will continuously be miserable with nothing in life, nothing to show for it, you will continue being somebody that you're not. You're trying to be somebody that you're not. Pretending to be someone that you're not. That's 100% facts. One of the things that I started doing, it's been a year. It's been over a year. And it's finally started to produce results. But that's because I stayed at it. I knew it wasn't going to be a 3-month thing before it blew up and started taking off and started producing fruitful results. I understood there was going to be a long time before it finally did. Guess what? Just recently it finally started producing fruit. Y'all don't get that. Y'all don't understand that. Y'all don't get that concept. The concept of, man, I got to suffer short term to be able to enjoy life long term. That's a fact. The only way you can get out of that is if you was born into a rich family. 97 to 98% to 99% of people don't have the luxury of being born into a rich family. 98 to 99% of people don't have the luxury of being born into a rich family, which means they have to suffer. They don't want to, but they have to. And a lot of people will stay in that suffering because they don't know how to get out. A lot of people will stay in that suffering because they're too lazy to get out. Because they think it should just be handed them on a silver platter. That ain't the case. That is not the case. Nobody deserves to be rich. Everybody that's rich has earned being rich. They have earned it. Everybody that is rich has worked hard to become rich. Everybody that is rich has worked their absolute ass off to get to that point. You're not born deserving money. You're not born deserving everything in the world. Because if that was the case, then everybody would have it. And if everybody had it, then guess what? There wouldn't be no value to it. Everybody always wants what's out of reach because what's out of reach holds a lot of value. But if everybody had what was out of reach, then nobody would want it. That's a fact. So anyways, I appreciate y'all for tapping in, man. Make sure y'all share with your friends, your families, your mamas, your aunties, your grannies, and everybody else that y'all know. I am out.